Since you've been gone, everything's going wrong. Are you in the mood for a reading? I'm in the mood for a reading. How about we pull a few cards and see what comes out? Sounds good? Sounds good. Okay, y'all. So, still same theme that's been going on. These sad love songs. And I swear that's not something I normally hear. They keep finding me. When I got in the car and turned the car on, I heard a song come on. I'm like, I know that song. I know the song. I'm like, what song is that? And I'm like, that's day 26. Ooh, which means the 8. Power. You got the power, baby. You got the power over this person. And it was the song Since You've Been Gone. And so I just know Since You've Been Gone. That's all I knew. I had to come home and look up the lyrics. And when I saw the lyrics, I was like, child. All right. So day 26, Since You've Been Gone. I know this might sound crazy, but I don't know what I did to make you want to leave. You think we've been here before. I say I'm sorry. You come back. I do it again. And then put back, girl, it's different now. So every time we had it out, you would go to the door. I chase behind you, and I talk your bag back down to the floor. You said that you needed time. Could you get back to me and let me know how long you need? Because I can't take it no more. Since you've been gone, I just can't seem to get it right. And I miss you more and more than you'll ever know. Girl, I just want a chance to talk to you and let you know that I changed. Since you've been gone, I stayed awake all night. This bed just ain't the same without you here. I feel like I lost it all. Since you've been gone. Since you've been gone from me. And I was like, whoa, 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 okay. This person really misses you. You were the thing that lit up their world. And I'm not one to typically do love readings, but it just keeps coming up. This person misses you. So I'm like, let's figure out. So we're going to pull out Affairs of the Heart, baby. This is Be Your Own Love Story. And we'll see. We'll see what they have to say. Get a few messages out. And then see, like, you know, how you're feeling on it. I heard in my head, you're like, yeah, I'm over it. I'm gone. Like, there's nothing, you know, they lost the real one. That's like what I heard, and like, see how you feel on it. And that's all I heard. Yeah, you don't feel no type of way. But, you know, hey, what do I know? Just a tarot reader. Just get these messages and I relay them. That's about it. You know your story better than me. Okay? It's a blessing. Ooh. Regrets and sadness. Past actions, karma. Well, yeah, we know that. We know they in regret. And we got spring, so March, April, May. And so that's currently where we're in. And we're at the end. Currently, when I'm filming this, it's the end of March. We're about to go into April. So springtime, spring season, a lot of regret here. Passion, desire, heat, attraction, chemistry. And I feel like they missed this passion that they had with you. But I became toxic too. So that's codependency, addictions, karmic controlling. Got karmic out here twice. So it's like, what's at the bottom of the deck? I had a feeling. Conflict. Arguing, fighting, internal struggle. And it was like when you were with this person, when y'all were together, it was like very like toxic. It was like a codependent. There was a lot of arguing. And it's kind of how the song went. Like when you would run to the door, he would chase you and they would talk your bag back down to the floor. It's like they were very good at talking you into staying, talking into you giving them one more try. But you eventually reached a point where you realized you saw the pattern, you saw the game, and you're like, you're never going to change. And so you left. And so now, because it's funny in the song, it's like no one's saying, oh, I really changed now, though. But for you, it's kind of like it's a day late and a dollar short because you said you changed all those other times and, you know, collective, y'all stayed. Y'all, like, gave them a chance. You know, things don't change overnight. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. However, Rome did fall because people let certain things get in the way. It got toxic. And that's the whole thing. It's like, when people start to think they have somebody, I think that's the biggest thing. When you feel like you control somebody, when you own somebody, no one was ever meant to be owned. That's why we have the problem with slavery. And not just talking as a, black woman, but also there are other ethnicities, there are other genders that have been enslaved. And a lot of them, religious people too, have been enslaved. And a lot of people do get out, a lot of people get their freedom and liberated. And what people learn from this is people were never meant to be owned. You can't own a person. And so, like, for me, I hate when people be like, my man, my man, my man, my girl, my girl, my girl. Like I said, but that's just my personal opinion. If that's for you, like it, love it, good for you. And, ain't no shade over here. Whatever works for you in your life, I'm happy for you. Just for me, I just don't when someone puts my in front of anything. Because you can't own a person. Even your children, you don't own them. They were a gift from the Most High to you to help cultivate and guide on this earth, a new soul that you were gifted from the Most High to guide on this earth. But now, like I said, people let power go to their head and they lose it. And I feel like this person lost it because they had never experienced a love like you before. Leave, walk away, goodbye. Don't look back. Okay. I triggered emotional provoked overthinking. And I actually think like you triggered this person by leaving. And so it put them in this place of overthinking. And it's just more so, it feels like you were a lesson for this person. Y'all could have been a divine union. Y'all could have been like, it could have been marriage, First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes baby, the baby carriage. You don't have to follow that order. But that's what popped in my head. Y'all could have been that whole scenario I just sung. But they didn't want to change. And so you wanted someone you could grow with. You were ready to change. So you changed, you left. And now because you left, you leaving them triggered them. And so now they are stuck in this place overthinking, not understanding. It was a lesson. Instead of trying to get you back, instead of trying to, sing all these sad love songs, like putting it out there into the ethers, it's almost like sit with yourself, bruh, like, or girl, sit with yourself and figure out, what you really did to this person and how are you going to change for yourself, but not only for yourself. If a relationship is what this person is desiring, it won't be with you. That's the vibe I'm getting. But the next person, treat them how you should have treated, you guys, the collective. And I'm like, I hear it, like, I used to love Day 26. So the other song I'm hearing in my head is So Good, So Good, So Good. And it's almost like the way that you love them, like you put it on them so good. And it's like duplicating that, it's going to be very challenging. But it's not to say that it may not be this lifetime. Ooh, Erykah Badu, I guess I'll see you next lifetime. It may be next lifetime that y'all run into each other, or that they have the opportunity to experience a love like you again. But they should really focus on what they did wrong. Lovers reversed. And I'm like, my cards are not northern, but I had to check the deck, and I'm like, you got the tower at the bottom of the deck. I had to check and make sure the cards were upside down, and this card happened to be reversed. So it's just like, yo, like, they made a bad choice. This card typically resembles the Garden of Eden. And so it's like someone made a bad choice. And so now they lost that great love that was in their life. And now they got the tower coming in. Oh, who's behind the tower? 10 of Wands. And a lot of burdens. They're so burdened. And I did a reading yesterday where I just keep hearing someone say, you were there when I needed sympathy. And truly, that's almost, oh my God, that sounds horrible. I just heard that in my head. Like, for real, y'all want me to say that? Like, you were, no disrespect to any of y'all. This is just, I gotta be blunt. I gotta call it how I see it. I gotta, it's like you were like an emotional support animal for this person. Every time something bad happens, and it seems like with all the burdens they're having and like they're kind of toxic and codependent themselves, it's like they had, fires and problems daily that you was putting out for them. And, you were that shoulder for them to cry on, which they were crying on a lot. And that's probably why you ain't going back. Because with them out of your life, there isn't as much drama. There isn't as much, oh, let me fix this for you, let me help you. Like, that's like non-existent. And so, let me pull a card. So, like, that's why you don't want to go back. And it's almost like, in a weird way, like, how will they ever learn, see themselves, like, see the energy that they're in, seeing not only were they toxic to you, they can be toxic to anybody because they don't know how to handle their own problems. They don't know how to invest in other people, how people are investing in them. They just take. And relationships are supposed to be an equal amount of give and take. But if you're just taking, why would anybody, and that doesn't have to be romantic, it can be platonic, it could be a friendship, it could be a work dynamic, it could be a friendship dynamic, it could be a family dynamic. Everyone is supposed to give an equal amount of give and take. And if you're just taking from a person, yeah, someone's eventually going to get tired of it. Someone's eventually going to be drained and they have nothing else left to give you. And some people will stay in situations and like lose their whole soul, lose their lives. Give like the giving tree, give everything. And never really have anything for themselves. So you knew you didn't want that to be you. This is your justice, baby, okay? The scales are being balanced for you. You leaving was your justice. And I don't necessarily know how this relationship ended. Whether it's romantic, platonic, familial, a job relationship. It's just something, like I said, you no longer could stay. You had put up with, you had reached your breaking point. The last thing they did was the straw that broke the camel's back, but it was built on many things. So now they're stuck with their burdens. And that is your justice. And, I don't know if someone cheated. I don't know if someone fired you. I don't know if someone betrayed you. Not getting into the details of it all. It's just more so, whatever occurred, understand you moving forward, you being able to invest in yourself, loving on yourself, aligning with people that are in that same vibration as you, who are giving to you and not just taking from you. That is your justice. You getting, Stella got a groove back. You got your groove back. You loving your life. You're glowing, you're shining. You could have a new job. You could have a new partner. You could, you just have this glow about you. And that is your justice, to have that person watch you glow up, watch you just bounce back and, love life. And good for you. Six of Pentacles, that's what I'm saying. Equal give and take. Your justice will be you running into people that align with your vibration, that aren't just taken from you. It's an equal give and take. People are filling your cup just as you are filling others people's cup. So it's not really feeling like a take from you. It's just feeling like an exchange of energy, because you guys give each other the same. What you give, you get back. So you're never feeling depleted. Your cup is never feeling empty. Page of Pentacles is coming with a message, baby. Message. What's the... That was my hair. What's the message? And we got the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I feel like that's old boy, old girl who wants to sneak in, who wants to make themselves known, who wants to sing all the sad songs. Eight of Pentacles. You working hard. I feel like that's what the message is saying. The message is all that hard work you're putting in, whether it be a job, whether it be yourself, whether it be your body, your mental health, your emotional health, whatever you are working hard on, your job, a business, it's about to pay off big. That's the message I'm feeling. Because the Eight of Pentacles is someone that is a master of their craft. Mastery is is what they're all about. And you have mastered the art of detachment. You have mastered the art of law of attraction. You have mastered the art of attracting and not chasing. Oh, and I just seen a little bird just fly past me. I'm just like, yeah, baby. It's like confirmation. They're like, yeah, your own message. You have mastered that. Continue to do that. 8 of Wands. Ooh. 88 could be significant, baby. Like, you were so abundant. Like things are moving forward. And I said that. I said, I just saw a little bird fly past me. And then you see the little plane up here in the sky in the suitcase. It's like, you moving forward on to something. Where you going? You going on a trip? You about to travel? Where you go? Oh! Woo! 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I feel like I just echoed that like everyone here. I'm so loud. You moving towards your happiness, baby. Okay. And I said 88, you are abundant. 10 of Pentacles, that's abundant. Like, say, look at that. That's just, you behind the gates, just living life, like, looking pretty. It's like very Bridgerton, you know? It's giving that. Very regal, very royal. You're on your way, baby. You are of royal status. You're on your way to your 10 of Pentacles. And that person singing sad songs since you've been gone, you know, they just lonely. They're going to be lonely. And they need to reflect on what they did and learn their lesson. Because, honey, you did the work and you learned yours. You got in your bag. You are a master of your craft. You have mastered the art of attachment. You have mastered the art of chasing, of attracting, not of chasing. And you are attracting that 10 of Pentacles.